And I'll start with the most important two factors in our life. The two most important things in our life is time and money. The combination of these two can help us to achieve or solve anything in our life. These are the most two important factors. Now we have people that they have a lot of time but they don't have money. Who are the jobless people? Who are the broke people, right? They have a lot of time but they don't have money. And we have people who don't have time and don't have money. Who are the employees? You know, they work, they're very busy, but also they don't have money. Because I was there, I was a project manager in the biggest consultant company in Middle East. And I worked in that most prestigious kilometer square in the world, which is the downtown Boulevard. And I was broke. I was minus 500,000 dirham. More than 96% of people living in UAE under bank debt, credit card loans. So who don't have time and don't have money? They are the employees. Now some people, they have money, but they don't have time. Who are these people? The very high professional people, the very special doctor, the very special top engineers who have their own small traditional business, or they're running a business by themselves as a one-man show, solo. So what is the use of the money if you don't have time to enjoy it? I remember in 2009, I was in Egypt. I met Dr. Khalid Shaath. He was one of the most famous doctors in the world to do the operation for losing weight. And he's the one who did for so many stars in, like Hussein al-Jasmi, like Diana Karazon. Now when you go to his clinic, first of all, he'll brainwash you. You will go to the clinic, it's like a 7-star hotel, you sit into a room with a big LCD, and he's showing all the stars, the life before and after, and how they used to suffer, and now how they, they just brainwash you. So once you finish watching the movie, you go to the doctor, and you just, whatever he tells you, you'll just do it. But I asked that doctor, Muhammad Eid was with me, by the way. Through we were talking, I asked him, doctor, do you have a branch in Dubai? He said, no, Khalid, I don't have. I said, why? He said, because no one can do my business. And when I asked him at that time, he used to work 18 to 20 hours per day, and his average earning was 300,000 pounds, which is equivalent now to 600,000 pounds, because before and after the pound value. It was very high income, but useless, because he doesn't have time to enjoy it at all. The fourth category of people, let's say financial freedom, let's say that.
Financial freedom.
Okay. Financial freedom, okay. Those are our target. This is what we want to achieve. Because I remember when I was in Morocco with our agent in Morocco, he's a very big businessman. He has almost 156 wheels. He has a big transportation company, very wealthy. He was making around $150,000 per month. And he was in my villa in Morocco and I was swimming. And he is around 50 years old and he's 45 kg. So you can imagine my leg is even bigger than him. So he told me, Khalid, why should I do this business? I am already earning $150,000. I was swimming that time. I told him, I am earning around $150,000 to $200,000, but look at the difference. You, to earn that money, you had to get cholesterol, diabetes, high blood pressure, run after employees, someone kill you, someone pay you, someone not. And the result, you are at 50 years old and my leg weighs more than you. And you have all type of diseases. But I make that money while I'm swimming in my pool. Yes, I have sacrificed for 3 years. I worked so hard. Sometimes I work even 18 hours a day. But now I can rest for the rest of my life. Thanks God I have enough income to secure my grandkids' future, not even my future. So this is the category we're looking at. But what are the options to achieve this? What are the scenarios? Find another job, work another 8 hours, so you'll be working 18 hours, you will get more broke, which is not possible. Traditional businesses, we all know. All of my friends who started traditional business, they come to me crying. They said, since the last 2 years, we are burning our saving. Since the last 2 years, we are letting employees. Since the last 2 years, we're not making money. and they start crying of the recession and Dubai is expensive, and I take them to downtown. I show them a restaurant where you want to go dine with your wife. It will cost you around 1,500 dirham to dine for 2 persons, and you have to wait in a queue to go to that restaurant. I told him, where is the recession? It's in your bloody mind. It's because Dubai and UAE is a 7-star country. It's not made for small businesses. Small and medium businesses will strive, will die. The same time those are crying, my friend Jum'ah, his friend is the regional manager for Aramex. His friend was crying. Why he was crying? He was telling him, this year we have employed 500 more employees and we don't have time. Their business is booming. Their business is going to the roof. Why? Because logistics is connected with e-commerce and online shopping. So while people are crying, other people are happy. Why? Because again, it's not the blow of the wind that determines your destination, it's the set of your sail. You know, there are ships in the sea, and there's the same wind blowing. It's not the direction of the wind that will determine where you go. It depends how you set your sail. So people, opportunities grabber, they look at what's available, what's booming and what's about to boom, and they grab it. So what I require from you, I want you tonight to stop being loyal to what you do. I don't care about what you do. You're a doctor, you're an engineer, you're a business owner, you're even the chief executive officer of Microsoft. If you're not wealthy yet, I don't care. If you don't have more than $1 million in your bank account, I don't care. All what I require from you is to stop being loyal if what you're doing is not creating wealth. Because simply, I was an engineer. All what I know is drawings, design, and to screw the contractor life, because I was a consultant. To make his life is horrible. I've never did marketing. I was never into e-commerce. I never used to buy online. Ever. The maximum I used to do is like booking air ticket. That's the maximum. But once I started Dubli, all my life converted to online. Nothing in my house is bought. Nothing. From food to furniture, electronics, you know, AirPods, iPhones, tablets, everything online. So you have to adjust, adopt, accommodate. That's the #1 rule of financial freedom. You have to be capable of adjusting, adopting, accommodating the industry, which is expanding and booming. And the fourth or the third earning scenario we have tonight is the one of a box, one of a million theory, which is Facebook, WhatsApp. But do you know how many one tried to do something similar to Facebook after Facebook was founded? Hundreds of thousands. How many one you know? Do you know how many millions tried to copy WhatsApp? Again, hundreds of thousands. But how many WhatsApp you know? So those are they call one of a billion theory. It happened to 1 out of 10 million people. So if you're looking also for this, good luck. Maybe you could be one of those 10 millions. The fourth situation that we have today between our hands is Dubli business model. And I will be talking to you tonight with all the facts and figures to prove to you and show you that there is no existing business model nowadays that could take you to financial freedom more than what you have, and I challenge you to prove me wrong. But I'm an engineer, and when someone wants to challenge me, I like to be challenged by figures, numbers, statistics, not with just chit-chat. Okay? Let's go ahead. The trust, this word itself is $1 billion. Because the trust is branding, the trust is everything. The trust it's the choice to be vulnerable, to take more risk. The more you trust in something, the more you're vulnerable. Your appetite of taking risk grows higher. For example, if you have a can of soda called cookie drink, Will you open it and just drink it like this?
No.
Or you want to go to the lab and see what the hell is that, right? But if you have a Coca-Cola, do you need to test it before you drink it?
No.
Why? They're both can. Why? Because you trust the brand. The trust made billions of dollars. Same for DHL. If you have something very valuable and there is a shipment company called hasaballah.com, will you send it with it? You won't, right? You have to look at that company. Who the hell are they? What do they do? And all of these things. But DHL, do you need to question, will DHL be the powerful business model? No. Why? Because you trust. So ladies and gentlemen, it's all about trust. How many of you have written the terms of the agreement of Apple?
No.
I know that you will say yes. You're the only one. But others, me too, I didn't. Who have read the terms and conditions of the messenger of Facebook before you download it?
No one.
Do you know that when you are downloading the messenger of Facebook, you're accepting Facebook to spy on what you say? Put your phone in front of you and talk with your friends about Istanbul. I would love to fly to Istanbul. My friends told me Istanbul is unbelievable. Open your Facebook 10-15 minutes, you will find all advertisement about Istanbul. But no one read that. Why? Because we trust the brand. This is my core idea tonight, the word trust. Because the difference between me, who I made more than $3.5 million in this business, and someone who made $5,000, there is no difference at all. It's only a decision. The know-how will always follow. The know-how, it's full in the internet. You have Dubli Academy, you have your uplines, you have all this system in all the YouTube channels. But if you've taken the decision to take this as a serious multi-million-dollar business, then you will definitely find your way out. And this is our argument tonight. First of all, if you listen to all the speakers of this industry, you will always listen to them telling you, you can't take this business in a logical way. You don't need to think logical. You have to be unlogical. You have to be mad. You know why? I will explain being unlogical in a logical way. Now, none of you have earned yet $1 million from this business. Okay? Some did. Okay? But most of you did not. Now what happened? If you want to analyze the materials or the business or the steps for success given to you for this business, your analysis will be based on your history, which has no background, because this business is ain't theory. This business is 100% practice. You only get 20% the theoretical knowledge, 80% is results and practice. So when you try to think of a logical way, your brain will be blocked, because you've been working for 5 years, 20 years, 30 years, and you're still earning 15 or 20,000 dirham per month. And someone is telling you work for 3 years and start to earn 1 million dirham per month. This doesn't work in your brain. It will be blocked. It won't be digested. But tonight, it will be the last time I will talk with you in a logical way. You have to unleash the power of imagination. My Facebook page, very big out there. Make your decision based on your vision, not your history. Because if always you want to decide about a project based on your experience, especially if it's such a project, you will definitely fail. Because you have no experience to decide in such a project. But tonight, we will, and for the last time, talk in a logical way and prove to you why this business is the best logical solution available. If we could manage tonight to answer those questions, then and only then you're gonna max out. Can I trust the industry? Can I trust the company?
Yes.
Am I doing the right thing? Will this pay my bills? Will this secure my future? Can this replace my income? Can this secure my family future? If you get a yes, 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 and no one convinced you, you're convinced, you are going to be unstoppable. And I promise you, no one in this bloody earth can stop you. Now, I can go to the whole world. If the whole world tell me Dupli model is bullshit, I tell them your brain is bullshit. Should I believe you or believe my bank account? Should I believe you or believe my pocket? Should I believe you or believe the life of thousands of people around me that have been changed 180%? Why? Because I believe and I've tasted it. So once you can have a proper answer for this, then you're unstoppable. And that's what we're gonna do. We'll start with the industry. I don't want to talk about it much. If I'm in Egypt or in Algeria, I might need to talk about it much. But in Dubai, I really don't need to talk about it much. Because there's no business nowadays bigger than the e-commerce and the service industry. We've seen what's happening with Amar, we've seen what's happening with Amazon, we've seen what's happening with Kareem and Oper, we've seen what's happening with all those giants, the 10 biggest giants nowadays are coming from this industry. So this industry, it doesn't look at all like it's going nowhere but up. For the last 5 years, it has been constantly growing by 24%. And it's expanded like no tomorrow. $12 trillion, not billion. $12,000 billion. 12 million, 12,000 billion, so $12,000 million will be spent in the next 3 years online. It is the world's biggest revolution. So that is the first industry we're talking about, which is e-commerce. Now, the other industry we're talking about, because Dubli has combined 3 giant industries. The first industry is online shopping, because we are the world's biggest cashback and only global cashback mall. Second is the service industry, because, you know, the biggest mall today in the world is what? Mobile switch off, please. The biggest malls in the world today is what? Amazon. Alibaba and Amazon, right? They don't own a single product. The biggest taxi company in the world today is Uber. They don't own a single, they only provide service. The biggest timeshare seller today is Airbnb. They don't earn a single property. What do? Service. So today, we are into the e-commerce, which is the top, service industry, because we don't own a single product. We only provide a service. We're connecting our customers and end user to the world top brands and allowing them to save up to 30% on things they buy anyway. And the third industry, which is the direct selling and network marketing industry. And as per University of Illinois in Chicago, Illinois University in Chicago, direct selling and network marketing has graduated more millionaires than any other industry in the world who are younger than 40 years old since 1995 until today. Why? Because the success requirement in this industry much less than any success requirement in any other business. So those 3 merge between those giant industries make us into the most powerful industry together. And those are facts that we cannot deny. Look at this. IKEA laying 35,000 employees in 2019. Macy's closed more than 100 stores in USA. More than 150 big shopping malls closed in China. Plug-in closed all its stores in Dubai. Last year when I wanted to buy my iMac Pro and Microsoft Surface, since I was a kid, for me electronics is plugins. Like, you know, search engine is Google, you know, for us to buy electronics is plugins. So it was White Friday. I checked the price online. I said, let me go and see the deals. They have some deals in the malls. So I called the plugins. Where is your branch in Sheikh Zayed Road? We have no branch. Where's your branch in Deira? No branch. Bardubai, no branch. Where the hell are you? We have no more branches. We're only online. We have some store in Ace Hardware. That's Macy's, that's plugins. In Dubai, 4 years back, 5 years back, in every street you will find maybe 400 travel agents. Now how many are there? You need to drive for maybe 1 hour to find one. Why? Because they can never ever compete with the online. So it's not something that we can deny, or it's not a secret anymore. If you think it's a secret, then you have to consult someone, yeah, maybe. Okay, but on the other way around, Alibaba makes $25.3 billion in 24 bloody hours in single days. Have you ever heard of any shopping mall in the whole universe that makes sales of 25 billion? It would never ever be possible. It's only the power of e-commerce. Amazon makes 7.9 billion in Cyber Monday, 24 hours. Since Walmart started in 1962, their average store visit per month was 10,000 to 30,000 visitors per month for all the stores in USA. In 2000, Amazon started their e-commerce site. Sorry, not Amazon, Walmart. Now, do you know how many visitors per day to Walmart? Sorry, per month. 339 million customers per month. They used to serve 30,000. But if they don't have an online website, if they are not into e-commerce, and they only want to have branches, they would have need maybe 100,000 branches to be able to attract 339 million customers. So the black ones are the sad fact, who are the people closing their eyes and think, no, it's the business still going on. E-commerce, no, it's taking over whether you like it or not. It had taken over, not it will. It already had taken over. All the biggest merchants in the world now are spending millions to structure themselves online. So this is the industry we are in. And we are working with a company that this company, as I just mentioned, have united 3 major industries. Service industry, because we're connecting customers with the merchants, we're helping customers getting up to 30% cashback. We're helping merchants getting traffic without sending, some people will ask, what is the value added of us to the merchants? Most merchants, they go and spend hundreds of thousands and even millions of dollars to bring traffic to their site. Do Facebook or Google guarantee any traffic? Of course not. You could have 10 million visitors, but Facebook or Google will never guarantee a single sale. He would guarantee a link click, he would guarantee a video watch, he would guarantee boost to post, he would guarantee anything, but he can never guarantee you a single sale. So again, you're gambling. But us, we have 25 million customers worldwide, 9 million are active. So we're providing to the merchant a niche market that they never dreamt of for free. Our merchant, they don't pay us for the traffic. They pay us only for the sale, which is a formula that was never existed in the whole entire universe. We've created it, and we've owned it. That's what you own, your company. So this is how powerful we are for the merchants. We are putting them into a niche market, giving them niche traffic for $0. They only pay us when sales happen. So they are guaranteeing their marketing budget. But our deal with them is, we have to get the highest commission, and if any higher found, the deal is canceled, because we're providing you free traffic. So that's why you will always find the highest saving value with us. Plus, other 2 factors, some people think that it's not Middle East and Africa, it's Europe and Asia. Absolutely, you're wrong. Europe and Asia, it has been there since 15 or 30 years. In Europe and USA, the average retail sale online is around 20%. Yes, in Middle East it's only 1%, 1.5%, but that's why the biggest companies in the world are jumping here in Middle East and Africa. Because whatever happened in Europe and USA in 15 to 30 years will happen here in 3 to 5 years. So it is a lot of money will be pumped in very short time. So that's why you see Amar spending billions to start Noon. You will see Amazon. Why the hell would Amazon buy Souk.com? What in the world that Souk.com has and Amazon don't have? Do Amazon like the platform of Souk.com? Do Amazon like the employees of Souk.com? Do Amazon like the office of Souk.com? Why they spend almost $500 million, almost 2 billion dirham? They don't need traffic. They are like a continent, not even a country. Why they spend almost 2 billion dirham to buy Souk.com? What are they buying?
Database.
The database. This is the only thing that Souk has, Amazon don't. The database in Middle East and Africa. Where is the database of Souk.com? Where is it located?
Middle East.
Not Middle East. UAE, Kuwait, Saudi Arabia, Egypt. Only. So the biggest company in the world, who's supposed to have the most brilliant team in the world, decided to spend 2 billion bloody dirham to buy database where we are living. And some people say, it's not the right time for e-commerce business in Middle East. Wake up and smell the coffee. Okay? I don't think the best team in the world are deciding to do something bullshit. So these are all clear questions or clear answer to, do I trust the industry? Is this industry, what is the benefit of joining a business with a booming industry? My brother graduated from college 2004. He joined Amlak 2005. Who knows Amlak? Sister company of Amlak. After 1.5 years of him working with Amlak, beginning of 2000, end of 2006, beginning of 2007, one of our family member, he's a multi-millionaire, he told me, quit the bullshit, let's open our company. I will sponsor, you take 20%, I will just sponsor everything. You bring the clients, you bring the work, and let's do it together. After 1 year, Hamdan knows him, my younger brother. He came to me driving Range Sport. He was broke driving Corolla and paying it in installment. After 1 year, he was driving Range Rover Sport and he bought 2 apartments in Marina. I thought that he was on drugs or he's doing something that, where the hell you brought this money from? It was from real estate. Was he a real estate genius? No, he was a real estate moron. He was not a genius. But at that time, if you have a grocery selling tomato and potato and change a name for real estate company, you will make money. Yeah. Why? Because it was booming. You remember that time? We used to buy a flat in Dubai. We pay the first payment. Before the first installment comes, we sell it and we make profit. Anyone was making money. Why? Because it was at the beginning of the trend. But some people are crazy enough to think that this will last forever. So developer, what did he start? Building more houses, building more houses. When the cycle goes down, it became a disaster. He almost lost everything. This is the benefit of joining a business when it's booming. Because when the trend at the very beginning, you could be an average person and make a lot of money. But when we are at the end of the trend, you have to be very powerful to survive. That's why only so powerful real estate companies are alive. And other thousands and thousands, they just flew away. They're not there anymore. So this is what does it mean for you to start when the business is booming. You could be very average and make a lot of money. So I think that answers the question of, can I trust the industry? Now, can you show me any industry in the world right now in this situation that has more opportunity than what we have? I still didn't find one. I looked a lot. But with this situation, with those figures, with those big people, the biggest in the world jumping into it, I could not find another industry. So I think that answers the first question. The second question, can I trust the company? Well, I think you will be stupid enough not to. If the biggest 16,000 brand name in the world had trusted the company, if NASDAQ with the World Federal Organization had trusted the company. Some people say, I will go to Google and search I have seen some negative feedback. I'll give you some nice exercise to do. Go to Google, and in Google, I want you to listen to me. Go to Google, and in Google, I want you to put Google scam. In Google, write Google scam. You will find millions of articles in Google talking about Google is a scam. Put Apple scam. Put Microsoft scam. There are some hyenas in the net. You know the hyenas? The hyenas, they want the lion to catch, and after that they go and eat behind him. So there are professional hyenas online that they know that 78% of people, their mindset is negative. So whenever they hear about something new, the first thing they search for is a scam. So for them to generate the highest traffic on their site, they create all this movie of being the angel who want to save humanity and talking about how to save you from scam, just to push traffic to their site so they can sell ads on their site and make money. But I always tell to people like this: if you want to start a business, don't look for bloody opinions, look for facts. And the fact is, we are a public traded company. Full stop. We are monitored by the world's highest financial organizations, FTC and SEC. We're partnered with the world's biggest brand names, that those people, they spend billions of dollars anyway to just build up their brand name, and they won't allow anyone to play with it. They won't allow us, if they doubt us 1%, to use their brand for years and years and years. So I will not also take a lot of time about talking about the company, because again, we are NASDAQ public traded, featured in the world top channels and magazine, partner with the world top 15,000 brands, 16-year benchmark. We've passed 16 years. We have passed all cycle of economies. We have passed all type of recessions. We have passed all up and down. So what else in the world we could pass that we did not? We've gone through so many challenges. We've gone through so many ups and downs. Like Tesla. Tesla just last year was about to get bankruptcy when one of the investors went and pulled $20 million. And that happened to us also recently. Two of our founders just pulled $30 million of their investment. Did we shut down? We did not. They can go away. In the market, there are eagles and there are chickens. The chickens, when you do, all they fly. The eagles, when you do to them, they will come and bite you. They won't move from their steps. And the eagle, they know that chickens, they fly away, so they use the chicken to make money in the stock market. For example, you know the short seller? Who does trading here? Trading, Forex, stock market. Do you know the short sellers? Yeah. Do you know what people, they go for example to, let's say, Chase Morgan Bank. Chase Morgan Bank, he owned, let's say, 5 million of our shares. They went to Chase Morgan Bank, they borrowed from him 5 million shares at the price of $4. Okay? Now they have to return back to Chase Morgan Bank after, let's say, 6 months or 1 year, 5 million shares. They go and offer the shares in the market, which is 30% cheaper than the market price, which makes the market collapse. Let's say the share price is at $3, they offer to sell it at $2. 4 million shares, one time. So what happened? Market collapse. price keep going down. They already sold their share at $3, $2, but the market keep collapsing until $1. Then they buy the 5 million share at $1 and give it back to JP Morgan. Why? Because they're chickens. When they see us, someone is selling, and they just leave the market and they follow the trend. This is how eagles make money, because chickens don't understand how the market goes. So this is what we have passed through a lot, again and again and again and again. But we've bloody survived for 16 years. We, for the last 5, now almost 10 years, we are publicly traded. Since only 2 years we're in NASDAQ. But since more than 10 years we're publicly traded. Since more than 10 years we are monitored by the world's biggest organization for financial fraud. We've gone through everything. So I don't think that we need to question this thing. Now, the last important thing about our company is we have improved the direct selling business. How we've improved it? You know, in network marketing, I'll give you my advice. I've been there since 1999. I've tried all type of products, all type of income plan, investment products, cream, watches, everything. There are 3 types of companies. There's a product-based company, a company that sells specific product, watches, creams, juices, whatever. And there's investment company that promise you that you put your money and every month you will make 10% per month, as if they work with God. I don't know how they make it, but they promise you this, which is bullshit. I'll tell you why it's bullshit. Or they work with crypto, whatever. And there is the module that we offer, which is the cashback service. We're connecting the direct selling industry to the real world, where we are giving people the chance to consume products they need anyway with a selling price. Now, let's talk first about the investment companies. I've never ever seen in my life network marketing company survive more than 2 years with investment. Whether it's crypto, mepto, mosquito coin, oil coin, butterfly coin, all this kind. You know, for $500 you can start your own coin, by the way. For $500 you can start your own coin. I'm not talking about investment in the crypto. All right? Now, some currencies, yes, are worth investment, although I will never believe in it. It's that I am 13 years trading in the Forex, and I trained a trainer in the Forex. I've created my own system. I managed to sustain for 3 years an average profit of 8 to 12% every quarter from a system I have designed with a Russian mathematics professor, but I don't believe in the cryptocurrency. Why? I'll tell you why. Now, anything or any currency in the world to go up or go down depends on supply and demand, right? Supply and demand. Now, let's see the dollar. The dollar usually in the summer goes up. Why? Because people travel. So they take dollars a lot. So there's a high demand on it, so it goes high. But when people coming back start selling it, the price goes low, right? But it keeps going low until what we call support lines. Support lines, right? They are weekly, they're monthly, they're yearly, they're pivot points. What do support lines are based on? The economy of the country, the reserve of the country, the financial situation of the country. The dollar cannot go to zero unless America's under war or whatever, unless a force majeure happens. In practice. So each currency, it has what it's backing up. A finance of a situation of a country or whatever. Now, the cryptocurrency, it goes high. Why? Because it's a bubble, people liking it, buying it. But when this appetite of people buying it goes out and people start selling it, what will happen? It will go down. It's going down. What is supporting the crypto? I don't know. This God will. Only will support it. Like what happened from 21,000 euro drops to $21,000 drops to $3,000. But again, I'm not talking about investment in legal crypto coin. I'm talking about network marketing with investment plan. This will never work. And I challenge anyone in this world to prove to me it will work. I've seen companies like VGMC,